Hi, boys and girls. Okay, let's get back to The Witches by Roald Dahl. Formula 86, Delayed Action Mouse Maker. I wonder what this chapter is going to be about. Children are revolting, screamed the Grand High Witch. We will wipe them away. We will scrub them off the face of the earth. We will flush them down the drain. Yes, yes, chanted the audience. Wipe them away, scrub them off the earth, flush them down the drain. Children are foul and filthy, thundered the Grand High Witch. They are, chorused the English witches. They are foul and filthy. Children are dirty and stinky, screamed the Grand High Witch. Dirty and stinky, cried the audience, getting more and more worked up. Children are smelling of dogs' droppings, screeched the Grand High Witch. Pooh, cried the audience. Pooh, pooh, pooh. They are worse than dog droppings, screeched the Grand High Witch. Dogs' droppings is smelling like violets and primroses compared with children. Violets and primroses, shouted the audience. They were clapping and cheering, and almost every word spoken from the platform, at every word from the platform. The speaker screamed to have them completely under her spell. The speaker seemed to have them completely under her spell. To talk about children is making me sick, screamed the Grand High Witch. I am feeling sick even thinking about them. Fetch me a basin. The Grand High Witch paused and glared at the mass of eager faces in the audience. They waited, wanting more. So now, barked the Grand High Witch, so now I am having a plan. I am having a giganticus plan for getting rid of every single child in the whole of England. The witches gasped. They gaped. They turned and gave each other ghoulish grins of excitement. Yes, thundered the Grand High Witch, we shall swish them and swallop them, and we shall make them disappear, every single smelly little brat in England, in one stroke. Whoopee, cried the witches, clapping their hands. You are brilliant, oh your grandness. You are fantabulous. Shut up and listen, snapped the Grand High Witch. Listen very carefully and let us not be having any muck-ups. The audience leaned forward, eager to learn how this magic was going to be performed. Each and every one of you, thundered the Grand High Witch, is going back to your hometowns immediately and resign from your jobs. Resign, give notice, retire. We will, they cried. We will resign from our jobs. And after you have resigned from your jobs, the Grand High Witch went on, each and every one of you will be going out and you will be buying. She paused. What will we be buying? They cried. Tell us, O brilliant one. What is it shall we be buying? Sweet shops, shouted the Grand High Witch. Sweet shops, they cried. We are going to buy sweet shops. What a frumptious wheeze. Each of you will be buying herself a sweet shop. You will be buying the very best and most respectable sweet shops in England. We will, they answered. We will. Their dreadful voices were like a chorus of dentist drills and all grinding away together. I am wanting no tuppenny huppy penny, crummy little tobacco-selling newspaper sweet shops, shouted the Grand High Witch. I am wanting you to get only the very best shops filled up high with piles and piles of luscious sweets and tasty chocks. The best, they cried. We shall buy the best sweet shops in town. You will be having no trouble in getting what you want, shouted the High Witch, because you will be offering 4 times as much as a shop is worth, and nobody is refusing an offer like that. Money is not a problem to us witches, as you know very well. I have brought with me 6 trunks full of English banknotes, all new and crisp, all of them, she added with a fiendish leer, all of them homemade. The witches in the audience grinned, appreciating this joke. So I guess she made her own money. Interesting. At that point, one foolish witch got so excited at the possibilities presented by owning a sweet shop that she leapt to her feet and shouted, The children will come flocking to my shop, and I will feed them poisoned sweets and poisoned chalks, and we will wipe them out like weasels." The room became suddenly silent. I saw the tiny body of the Grand High Witch stiffen and then go rigid with rage. "Who spoke?" she shrieked. "It was you over there." The culprit sat down fast and covered her face with her clawed hands. "You blithering bumpkins," screeched the Grand High Witch. "You brainless bagvumper. Are you not realizing that if you are going round poisoning little children, you will be caught in 5 minutes flat? Never in my life am I hearing such bushfalling suggestion from a witch." The entire audience cowered and shook. I'm quite sure they all thought, as I did, that the terrible white-hot sparks were about to start flying again. Here's the witch when she made that suggestion. Curiously enough, they didn't. "If such a tomfiddling idea is all you can be coming up with," thundered the High Witch, "then it is no wonder England is still swarming with rotten little children." There was another silence. The Grand High Witch glared at the witches in the audience. "Do you not know," she shouted at them, "that we witches are working only with magic?" "We know, your grandness," they all answered. "Of course we know." The Grand High Witch grated her bony gloves against each other and cried out, "So each of you is owning a magnificent sweet shop. The next move is that each of you will be announcing in the window of your shop that on a certain day you will be having a great gala opening, with free sweets and chalks to every child." "That will bring them in, the greedy little brutes," cried the audience. "They'll be fighting to get through the door." "Next," continued the Grand High Witch, "you will prepare yourselves for this great gala opening by filling every chalk and every sweet in your shop with my latest and greatest magic formula. This is known as Formula 86 Delayed Action Mouse Maker." "Delayed Action Mouse Maker," they chanted. "She's done it again. Her grandness has concocted yet another of her wondrous magic child killers. How do we make it, oh brilliant one?" "Exercise patience," answered the Grand High Witch. "First, I am explaining to you how my Formula 86 Delayed Action Mouse Maker is working. Listen carefully." "We are listening," cried the audience, who were now jumping up and down in their chairs with excitement. "Delayed Action Mouse Maker is a green liquid," explained the Grand High Witch, "and 1 droplet in each chalker's wheat will be quite enough, so here is what happens. Child eats chalk which has a Delayed Action Mouse Maker liquid. Child goes home feeling fine. Child goes to bed feeling fine. Child wakes up in the morning still okay. Child goes to school feeling fine. Formula, you understand, is delayed action and is not working yet." "We understand, oh brainy one," cried the audience, "but when does it start working?" "It is starting to work at exactly 9 o'clock when the child is arriving at school," shouted the Grand High Witch triumphantly. "Child arrives at school. Delayed Action Mouse Maker immediately starts to work. Child starts to shrink. Child is starting to grow fur. Child is starting to grow tail. All this is happening precisely 26 seconds. After 26 seconds, child is not a child any longer. It is a mouse." "A mouse!" cried the witches. "What a frumptuous thought!" I think I better stop here, and we'll get to the rest later. Bye-bye, guys.